thank the members of this committee who spoke very strongly about the appearance of Paul O'Sullivan. It is disingenuous to even want to include the speaker amongst the people who must be congratulated after her attempt to want to shield Paul O'Sullivan. In between her letter and the appearance of Paul O'Sullivan, nothing significantly happened which came from Speaker's office. Absolutely nothing. So it is not shocking that it comes from those who are actually defending that letter through the social media, writing paragraphs and paragraphs and alleging that people can't read because they think they are better off than other people or ordinary people of this country because they merely occupy a seat in parliament, which they may not occupy in the next election. So we are very happy that through the pressures of members of this committee, we're not part of any conspiracy. We have never benefited from Paul O'Sullivan's shenanigans. We have never benefited from any process that seeks to undermine the criminal justice system. Have done the right thing and became loyal to the oath they've taken as members of parliament, that they will serve the people of South Africa and they will protect the integrity and the standing of parliament, which is the primary responsibility of a speaker. But for a speaker to participate in a process that seeks to undermine the authority of this parliament, she must be ashamed and she'll go down as being a speaker that collapsed the integrity of parliament in defense of potential criminals who wanted to undermine this parliament. And we said, not under our watch, never. And it happened exactly as we said, that we are not going to allow this nonsensical thing to happen under our watch as members of parliament. So you must be proud as members of this committee for having not associated with criminality and for being loyal to your own oath of office that you have taken as members of parliament. And shame on those who tried to justify why people who have captured our criminal justice system were refusing and ridiculing and undermining this parliament. That's why Paul O'Sullivan has got the guts to say some members will not ask him questions because he wants to be asked questions by his friends. I had an interview tomorrow with 702 10 o'clock with Clement Manyatela. I cancelled it. I'm coming there. And there is nothing culturally, chairperson, which is going to stop me from coming there. I'm coming to attend to a person who has been running this country and running amok in this country. So finally, South Africans should be proud that they still have men and women of integrity in parliament who stands with the truth and nothing else but the truth. Chair, we are going to propose the extension of this committee for as long as there is an outstanding concrete issues that will bring us to the bottom of the capture of this criminal justice system. We're not going to be told here that we can't be postponing, open-ended. Who said once an open-ended? There's no open-ended. Our term of office ends after 5 years. It's not open-ended. It's 5 years. So whatever is going to take us to bring back the integrity of our criminal justice system, we are going to do everything in our power to make sure that we execute this responsibility without being blackmailed of a time frame and open-ended. So we are not going to be blackmailed. We support that this committee must be postponed and must be extended, and the critical people who must be called, they need to be called. There is no one who's asking for evidence or even prima facie evidence. Honorable Skosana, if you want Judge Luhodi, you put the name down and say, I want Judge Luhodi to appear because of the following issues. Why did he give? Then we debate that. We shouldn't want to mud the whole thing by creating an impression that there are people who want certain people not to appear. If Judge Lodi must appear, we put the name Judge Lodi and motivate. I put General Vuma. I said, we left General Vuma and he played a very critical role, and especially on PPEs. Some members will not be impressed with that, especially the PPEs. The PPEs. So we gave reasons why General Vuma must appear, and the committee agreed. There shouldn't be an impression that we are opposed to calling any judge or any prosecutor. We put a name and we say the things that we think need to be canvassed with this particular potential witness, and if that is going to help us, we'll support it without any doubt. Our terms of reference include the judiciary. Our terms of reference include the prosecuting authority. So if there are people in that space, because we have not canvassed those two spaces sufficiently, if there are people in that space who will help us to come to proper conclusion as this committee, let their names be put down, and then an engagement starts from there, and we come to a conclusion if indeed they must come or they must not come. We submitted the questions to the president the same day when we were given a time frame of before 4:30, something like that. We've already submitted our questions, Chairperson, and we fully support that this committee should go and ask for extension. There's an honorable member who spoke about the issue of Mondays. Mondays are very difficult, comrades. Honorable members, you should know that anyone, including the legal advisors and the parliament staff, as you suggest days, please bear in mind that Mondays are very difficult. In as much as we sit in that parliament, we've got a constituency to serve as well. We cannot be consumed by this responsibility and neglect other responsibilities that we have as members of parliament and as political leaders in our own right. So it's going to become a bit tricky there. You might agree to it and only to find that you do not have members on that Monday because they've got other pressing organizational matters and constituency matters. So, Chair, I am not agreeing with that suggestion of Mondays. It's not going to be easy. Thanks, Chair.
Thank you so much.